The long-awaited Black Widow movie is set to be released on May 1st, 2020. The movie will take place after the events of Captain America: Civil War and feature Scarlett Johansson reprising her role as Natasha Romanoff. Joining her is a new villain who the trailers have revealed to be Taskmaster. Taskmaster shows up dressed in black and wielding a bow, similar to one of Natasha's closest friends and allies, Hawkeye. This is not a coincidence, because Taskmaster's powers might just allow him to become Hawkeye in the new film. And we know that Clint was involved with Natasha's visit to Budapest, so could he actually be the one under the mask? Let's review the evidence. In the comics, Taskmaster's real name is Tony Masters. Tony was actually born with some super abilities, but as an adult, he injected himself with the Super Soldier Serum, which granted him even more special powers, increasing his strength and talents. He has photographic reflexes, which allow him to mimic and duplicate the physical movements of anyone he witnesses. His skills make him a master assassin and marksman, and a good match for the physically skilled super spy like Natasha. The villain in the new movie will definitely be Taskmaster. The second trailer for Black Widow features his signature character's costume and shield, even though he's missing his iconic skeleton helmet. We see him fighting both the Red Guardian and the Black Widow. His prominent appearance with a bow in the trailer seems to be a direct reference to Hawkeye's trademark skill, and could explain why an actor has yet to be credited in the role. While it hasn't been confirmed, fans are speculating that Clint Barton will show up at some point during the movie, because it takes place in Budapest. In the MCU, we learned through S.H.I.E.L.D. files that Hawkeye and Black Widow were together on a mission somewhere in Budapest. This trip to Budapest is also referenced in the Avengers during the Battle of New York. But since the particular trip to Budapest we see in the Black Widow trailer is supposed to take place between the events of Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War, it can't be the trip that Clint and Natasha refer to. But what about flashbacks? Taskmaster appears in the trailer in different costumes. The scene of him holding a bow could be a flashback to Hawkeye as Taskmaster when he and Natasha first met in Budapest. We know that Clint and Natasha were actually rivals at one point, so we can't rule out a flashback of them fighting each other. But how likely is it that Clint is actually under the mask and Taskmaster isn't just using his amazing skills with a bow and arrow? Well, it's definitely possible, because Taskmaster hasn't been mentioned or seen in any other MCU movies. Clint could have been Taskmaster before he shed the mask and carried on as Hawkeye. This would also explain his expertise with a sword versus the Yakuza in Avengers: Endgame. The Taskmaster that Natasha fights in Black Widow could have been Clint originally, but then later another character with similar powers could have adopted the identity. This isn't a storyline explored in the comics, but Marvel hasn't been afraid of making some executive changes in the MCU before. While we can only speculate right now, the release of Black Widow isn't so far away. Marvel is probably hiding Taskmaster's identity on purpose to prepare for a big reveal during the film. Since Hawkeye and Black Widow have had such a close bond in the MCU, we're hoping to see him make any kind of appearance in the film. But it would be pretty cool if that appearance was as Taskmaster. Do you think Clint should be hiding under the mask? Or do you think Taskmaster just copied his skills with a bow and arrow? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.